From the ancient world to Byzantium. The temples of the new religion. Selected artifacts. Part of a closure slab with a Christogram. Number 303. Date, 5th-6th century. This fragment of a marble closure slab, which probably comes from Athens, preserves relief decoration with the Christogram, that is a monogram of Christ's name, combined with a laurel wreath. This subject, especially popular in the early Christian and Middle Byzantine periods, appropriated elements from the Imperial Roman iconography, the laurel wreath, and emphasized Christ's triumphal progress. From the ancient world to Byzantium. The temples of the new religion. Selected artifacts. Bronze polycandylon. Number 340. Date, 6th century. The bronze ring has 12 holes in its circumference in which a similar number of glass lamps were placed. On its upper surface 3 rings are arranged symmetrically which held the chains by which it was hung from the ceiling. In between the holes for the lamps is an inscription in capital letters, a prayer for Theodoritos and all his household. From this we may conclude that the polycandylon was an offering from one of the congregation, named Theodoritos, to a church in return for a blessing for himself and his family. The expression on account of a vow which introduces the inscription is one of the most common in votive inscriptions, inscribed on ecclesiastical objects, liturgical furnishings and in churches generally. Apart from the practical need for lighting in churches, polycandela, like individual hanging lamps and lanterns, also serve devotional needs, such as oil being burnt in honor of the saints, as a sort of offering made to them. From the ancient world to Byzantium. The temples of the new religion. Selected artifacts. Part of a mosaic pavement with a depiction of a laurel wreath. Number 1753. Date, 5th century. Provenance, Ilissos Basilica in Athens. The fragments of a mosaic floor come from what is known as the Ilissos Basilica, one of the most important early Christian basilicas in the city of Athens. They came to light in the excavations carried out on this monument by George Soterio. Soterio was one of the earliest researchers in the field of Christian archaeology, and the dig took place in 1916 and 1917. To be specific, mosaic floors were found in the 2 chambers to right and left of the sanctuary, in the south chamber of the narthex and just outside it. Despite their fragmentary state of preservation, the mosaics show decoration of exceptional quality. The surface is decorated by bands of interlace which divide it up into individual sections, each of which contains one of a variety of decorative motifs, combining Roman and Christian traditions. The former is represented by features such as interlace in the form of chains, guilloche, stylized brown flowers, rosettes, trailing ivy, motifs resembling fish scales and water birds. Among the Christian motifs are vine scroll from which hang bunches of grapes and vine leaves, symbol of the Christian paradise, wreaths of laurel leaves, a well-known symbol of victory from Roman times, small crosses and other geometrical and plant motifs. The decorative elements are distinguished by their extensive range of colors and the charm of their execution. The mosaic uses white, black, deep red, orange, gray, a pale violet, brown, yellow, pink, blue and green. The drawing, especially of the vine, shows a light touch and great care has been paid to arranging the tesserae to follow the outlines.